Hey folks, so I just wanted to walk through a couple of best practices for Google Drawings. Like one is text, putting the padding to 0 is really helpful. Shrinking text on overflow with the little button on the side of the text box there can make it change shape when you drag the box. Duplicating things with Control D is a helpful way to make a copy. You can Shift plus drag to select multiple, you can Control plus click to deselect some items. Those are really useful. Of course, you can copy items with Control C, and you can even copy and paste things over to a different drawing file, like if you wanted to copy something to your own file, where maybe you only wanted to apply your neighbors. It's a good idea to keep like your immediate neighbors, even if you delete all the other plots, because that way you can actually see, hey, where did this plot's letter go? So it was actually hidden under the plot. The layer order was wrong, so you can reorder layers with Control and then the up or down arrow, and that will come in really handy for you. So here, if you want to draw lines and shapes, you want to use these tools up top. There's all sorts of different options. And you can make corners with like the curved line by clicking. If you click in the same spot, it'll end the line. That's great for a road or something. Again, you can Control D to duplicate text. It's great to give your shapes and lines labels so I know, is that a road, is that a fence line, what is it? And that way you only have to format it once if you're duplicating your labels from existing text. You can rotate objects with a little handle on top like that if you want to line it up with your object, the label or something. Then of course you can put different end shapes on your line. Here we've got making another curved line here to like extend that road. I could group all these different curved lines into one if I wanted all the road to be like one object. This little connector thing here actually doesn't work with lines. It was a connector. It's to connect like two shapes. So I'll just put another line there. Maybe a bridge across the river. Going to give that its own label. Again, duplicating my existing label and rotating it. I have a minor road coming off the major road, and you can totally make up roads, by the way. Also, it's really fun to get images. It's really easy to insert them, just like from the web. Searching for a farmhouse, say. I like to find images that are transparent if possible, so there's not like a big ugly white space around them. So I'm looking for a farmhouse transparent. This one is. I'll shrink it down. Let's take it here. Let's give it a label of its own. It's got a little silo there, so I'll say farm. Maybe I'll put my farm stand there near the road and some grain storage so I can make sure nobody steals my grain. It's close to my house. People are going to drive by and buy tomatoes from my farm stand. I want that to be right by my house, and I want it to be close to the road, so I'll put it there. So I can use the polyline tool for straight edged fields that are not like a perfect square or something. So again, just click for corners and then click sort of like near where you started to close the shape, like so. I wouldn't necessarily make this feel exactly that shape, but just to demonstrate. So move it around, can change the order with Control plus up or down arrow. Let's say I don't like that big thick line around the field. I can change that to transparent, so it just goes away. I can change the fill. If I want to give a label to this, again, you gotta label things, that's really helpful. So I could put that label on it. Let's say this is a corn soy rotation. And then I can Control plus click to group both of them together to select both, and then use the little group menu item to group them, and they'll move together.